Welcome back, everyone. I am so thrilled to have you here for this explainer. Today, we're going to dive into some numbers that will absolutely change how you look at your income. We're talking about a concrete, no-nonsense wealth strategy for 2026. If you're serious about maximizing your earning potential, you are in the exact right place. We're going to climb what I like to call the ladder of leverage. We'll start way down at those low-tier, time-draining gigs and work our way all the way up to high-equity, wealth-building assets. Okay, let me ask you a question that might hit just a little too close to home. Have you ever looked at one of those gig economy ads promising, $25 an hour, signed up, put in the sweat, and then looked at your bank account thinking, wait, why does this feel like I'm making minimum wage? Yeah, it's that classic shiny object syndrome. We constantly get sold on this flashy gross rate while totally ignoring the brutal math working against us behind the scenes.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. 1. The gig economy illusion. 2. Winning the freelance game. 3. The 4 buckets of AI. 4. Certifications that print money. And finally, number 5, the 2026 Wealth Playbook.
Section 1. The gig economy illusion. The brutal math behind app-based driving.
Now, what's really interesting about these numbers is the stark contrast between what's advertised and what actually ends up in your pocket. Apps like DoorDash, they love to boast about gross earnings of $15 to $25 an hour, right? They bundle in base pay, peak bonuses, tips, and hey, it sounds great on paper. But the reality? Well, after you account for the cost of literally just keeping your vehicle on the road, that $25 quickly shrinks to a true net pay closer to $14 an hour.
So, where exactly does all that money go? It just gets eaten alive by hidden costs. First off, you've got the 15.3% self-employment tax. Unlike a regular 9-to-5 where your employer splits that bill, you are on the hook for the whole shebang. Then there's the wear and tear on your car. The IRS sets the standard mileage rate at 70 cents per mile for a reason. Driving 800 miles a week ages your car like milk and leads to massive repair bills. Add in the fact that standard personal auto insurance usually excludes commercial driving, which creates some really scary gap period risks, and platforms are constantly sneaking in higher fees while your pay stagnates. Well, it's a massive reality check, isn't it?
Moving on to Section 2, winning the freelance game. Stop competing on price alone.
So, keeping more of your own money really starts with where you choose to set up shop. Think about it. If you're hustling on Fiverr, they are taking a massive 20% cut of your hard-earned cash. Upwork, they're snatching roughly 10 to 15%. But if you peek a little deeper into the ecosystem, platforms like UseMe offer a much lower 4.99% fee, which is absolutely perfect for managing global invoices when you've already landed the client. And then there's TopTal, sitting pretty at a 0% fee for the freelancer. Zero. Why? Because they charge their premium markup directly to the elite clients they serve. Basically, where you choose to work dictates what you actually get to take home. Look, you shouldn't just camp out on Fiverr forever. You really need to use what we call the platform progression method. Here's how it works. Step 1. Beginners start simple with open marketplaces. Get in there, build a portfolio, and rack up some quick wins. Step 2. As your skills level up, you become a specialist and go niche. Think about migrating to platforms like Dribbble for design or LawClerk for legal work where clients actually understand your worth. And then Step 3. High earners go premium. They graduate to vetted networks like TopTal or Gun.io. Out there, the competition drops, the clients are pre-screened, and like we just saw, the fees are often zero. You've got to actively climb this platform ladder if you want to win.
All right, Section 3, the 4 buckets of AI, Dan Martell's framework for 2026.
Bucket 1 is exactly what Martell calls it, trash. We're talking about outdated business models that are so easily replaced by AI it's not even funny. Things like basic video captioning, low-level data entry, generic print on demand. The big takeaway here? Avoid this bucket like the plague. Unless you genuinely want to compete against a bot that literally never sleeps and works for free. Your income potential here is essentially zero.
Now, bucket 2 is the easy bucket. This is the sweet spot where beginners can build fast, serious momentum in just 30 to 60 days. We are talking about pulling in 5 to 10 grand a month simply by offering specific outcome-based AI setups. Imagine doing an AI chatbot implementation for a small business, or maybe setting up an AI receptionist for a local dental office. The best part? You're not coding. You are literally just connecting the dots to solve a major headache for a business owner.
Let's move to and see how this builds into bucket 3, medium. This one is for the skilled operators out there who really want stability. This is where you scale into a proper AI agency, earning anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 a month, by making the shift to monthly retainers. You stop doing those exhausting one-off tasks and you start owning outcomes. Think running a fully automated AI email marketing system or a continuous lead generation funnel. That recurring revenue, that is what builds true sleep-at-night business stability.
And finally, we reach the absolute top tier. Bucket 4. Hard. This is the big leagues, the realm of long-term wealth creation yielding $1 million or more. How do you get there? By building your own AI software, acquiring and automating small businesses, or maybe creating massive subscription communities. At this level, you are absolutely no longer trading your time for money. You are building equity. You're compounding assets. But remember, that true hockey stick growth, that only happens after years of patience and relentless system building.
So, the crucial point is exactly what Dan Martell says right here. Do not sell time, sell results. Honestly, if there is only one single thing you take away from this entire explainer, let it be this concept. Whether you're freelancing, building an agency, or implementing AI tools, the exact second you transition from charging an hourly rate to pricing based on the actual value and results you deliver, your earning ceiling completely disappears. Gone.
Up next, Section 4. Certifications that print money. Validating expertise to eliminate hiring risk.
Okay, the average salaries attached to top-tier IT certifications are just absolutely jaw-dropping. Check this out. A Google-certified professional cloud architect, they're commanding around $200,000 a year. An AWS solutions architect professional is looking at a cool $180,000. And the CISSP for cybersecurity hits about $165,000. Now, you might be wondering, why the massive premium? Well, think about it. If a company hires the wrong person to build out their cloud infrastructure, it could literally cost them millions of dollars in downtime or data breaches. These certifications act like an insurance policy for hiring managers, and let me tell you, they will gladly pay top dollar for that peace of mind.
But hey, it's not just the tech world. $230,000. Think about that number for a second. That is the average salary for a certified registered nurse anesthetist, or a CRNA. It's actually the highest paying advanced practice nursing role in the US. Now sure, it requires a doctoral degree and years of intense ICU experience, so the barrier to entry is ridiculously high. But it perfectly proves our overarching point here. Wherever you find high demand paired with a scarce supply of validated experts, massive salary premiums are guaranteed to exist.
And finally, Section 5, the 2026 Wealth Playbook, tying it all together. And this brilliantly illustrates how you actually capture the financial value of a new skill or certification. Because, spoiler alert, you don't just earn a cert and then sit around waiting for your boss to notice. Look at the timeline. In month 1, you grind and earn that premium credential. By month 6, you are aggressively leveraging it out in the job market. And by month 12, you change employers. The data consistently shows that the vast majority of professionals capture their maximum salary lift by jumping ship to a new company, one that actually values their newly validated risk reduction, rather than just crossing their fingers for an internal raise.
So, what does the ultimate foolproof strategy look like for 2026? One word: diversification. You absolutely do not want to be reliant on a single algorithm, a single delivery app, or one single employer. The modern wealth builder combines a stable primary gig, maybe a remote job, then utilizes a niche freelance platform to maximize their hourly rate with zero fees, and all the while slowly builds an outcome-based AI service on the side. That right there is how you create real recurring revenue.
Which brings us to our final and maybe most important thought. I really want you to take a hard look at your current income streams today and ask yourself this. Are you building equity, or are you just renting out your time? If you stopped working today, does the money completely stop tomorrow? Use the ladder of leverage we just walked through to start climbing away from time-sucking gigs and toward outcomes, assets, and true wealth. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I challenge you to take just one concrete step up that ladder this week. Catch you next time.